Wait. I know what you're about to do. You're about to smash that dislike button and you're about to hurl abuse at me in the comment section. I pray thee, watch the video first before you make that call. Now, I'm going to tell you guys why Super Saiyan Grade 3 is stronger than Super Saiyan 2. Now, the reason I use the word stronger in the title of this video is because that's exactly what I'm talking about. Raw strength alone. Given that the super exciting guys tells us that the Super Saiyan 2 transformation is 2 times that of Super Saiyan, there are guides that indicate that Grade 3 Super Saiyan, or Ultra Super Saiyan if you will, is even stronger than a 2 times multiplier over Super Saiyan. However, Grade 3 is a useless transformation. We'll be discussing that in this video too. Now guys, I'll be using a lot of scans and a lot of manga panels in this video, so please do watch this video visually. If you cannot and you're listening to it like a podcast, that's fine, but if you do get a chance later down the road to watch it visually, please do, because I'm not making this shit up. So recently, the fully powered Super Saiyan, or the mastered Super Saiyan transformation being a 500 times multiplier over base theory, has resurfaced. This theory came to relevance way back in 2012 on many a Dragon Ball discussion forums. Not till recently seemed dead until it's been brought back into popularity again. A week ago, me and Broku released a video on why Super Saiyan is not a 500 times multiplier. In the research for that video, something became abundantly clear to me. Something that, if you'd have asked me maybe 6 months ago, I'd have said no chance. And that is that Grade 3, in terms of raw strength, not to be mixed up with power. Obviously, Dragon Ball uses the word power quite loosely, but power usually consists of strength times speed. But in this sense, I'm talking about pure strength. So way back in the Cell Saga, when Trunks and Vegeta have been training in the Room of Spirit and Time, they came out, Vegeta with his new Super Vegeta form, which is also known as second grade Super Saiyan, and Trunks, until Vegeta got knocked unconscious by Perfect Cell, was holding on to Grade 3 of Super Saiyan. Now, he unleashed Grade 3 against Cell, and Cell made the comment that Trunks' Grade 3 Super Saiyan power was greater than his own as Perfect Cell. Now, this is after the fight against Super Vegeta. This is after he'd taken the final flash. This is after he had recovered using the Namekian regeneration ability, thus meaning that any Zenkai or adaptation abilities he would have got from his fight against Vegeta, he would already have received them. However, he still stated that Trunks' power in Super Saiyan Grade 3 far surpassed his own. In a few panels later, Piccolo literally said the same thing, that he cannot believe that Trunks' power and ki has overtaken Cell's in Perfect Cell. Of course, in the anime adaptation, you actually see Grade 3 Trunks land blows on Perfect Cell. However, the anime adaptation has taken certain liberties with that scene, because in the manga, Trunks in Grade 3 Super Saiyan doesn't land a single blow. Cell dodges everything he has to give him and even mocks the use of this transformation as being useless, and performs his buffed up version himself, once again stating that it's a useless transformation, and then reverts back down to Perfect Cell and continues dodging him to the point where Trunks literally just gives up. He realizes the mistake he's made, that he has sacrificed his speed for power, and the thing is, you cannot beat what you cannot hit. Trunks doesn't land a single blow on Cell. Now this is the thing, if Grade 3 Trunks was able to land a blow on Perfect Cell in the manga, then maybe he would have severely hurt Perfect Cell at that time. But like I said, he doesn't land a single solitary blow. Here's an example. If you get the world's strongest man, a man who can bench lift more than anybody on the planet, and stick him in a boxing ring with the world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua would fold that guy in half within a minute. It is far more sufficing than just strength and power. I say this time and time again in my videos. Let's not fall into the black and white fallacy that it's so plain cut. So we know that when Gohan fights Perfect Cell as a Super Saiyan 2, a few scenes later, Gohan pretty much decimates Perfect Cell to the point where he's literally spewing out Android 18. So clearly, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was far stronger than Perfect Cell as well. However, we know full well that Super Saiyan 2 is a 2 times multiplier over Super Saiyan, and a fully powered Super Saiyan at that, as per the super exciting guide. Well, in the El Manga de Legendario, it states that Grade 3 Trunks multiplier over his previous form, and it doesn't necessarily state which one. It could be Grade 1 Super Saiyan or Grade 2 Super Saiyan, that Grade 3 is 10 times that. Now, I have recently acquired the French translation to this guide. And please bear with me with this because my French isn't great. Le manga de légende. And it reiterates the same thing. The French guide, however, definitely uses the word strength. Spanish and French translations of these guides are from a Japanese manuscript and have come from Shueisha and Bird Studios. Bird Studios being Akira Toriyama's own studio, and Shueisha, who own Dragon Ball alongside Akira Toriyama. It's definitely an official source, and that tells us that Grade 3 is 10 times Super Saiyan at the very least, and obviously Super Saiyan 2 is only 2 times Super Saiyan, meaning that Grade 3 would be stronger. Do guides get things wrong sometimes? Yes, sure, but this particular claim isn't contradicted anywhere. Now I hear some of you saying, well, Grade 4 Super Saiyan has to be stronger than Grade 3 because it's Grade 4 and Grade 4 is a higher number than Grade 3. Well, that's a divisional fallacy and a completely false cause, contradicted by the manga itself. After Grade 3 Super Saiyan Trunks gives up against Perfect Cell, realizing that if he can't land a hit, he's going to burn out pretty soon and he's already lost, Goku comes out of the Room of Spirit Time itself and has mastered Super Saiyan, fully powered Super Saiyan. He then fights against the same Perfect Cell that has just fought against Trunks. Now some people may argue that Cell would have done some training in that time, or even got Zenkai boost during that time between the Trunks fight and the Cell games. However, in the manga, we don't see Cell do any training at all. In fact, the only attack he comes under during that Trunks fight and the Cell games is when the Earth's military attacks him. As you would have guessed, that attack had utterly no effect whatsoever on Cell. He laughed them off, brushed them off, it didn't even leave a mark on him. He would not have got a Zenkai boost from such a weak attack. The Z-Warriors were just far beyond anything the Earth's military could offer at that point. Of course, the point of this is there's no reason to believe that Perfect Cell got particularly that much stronger between the Trunks fight and the Cell games. Once again, Trunks didn't land a hit on him, he wouldn't have got a Zenkai boost from that either. In the Cell games, fully powered Super Saiyan Goku gave up. He realised he was outmatched by Perfect Cell, who wasn't even fighting at full power. The same Perfect Cell that said Grade 3 Trunks' raw power or raw strength greatly surpassed his own by a wide margin. Was Perfect Cell lying? Well, he didn't have any reason to lie, and it was never implied throughout the rest of the story that he was lying about it. So to assume that would be an appeal to ignorance. Then of course you have the fact that a few panels later, Piccolo confirmed the same thing, as well as the fact that Trunks generally believed for a moment that he could beat Perfect Cell with Grade 3 until he realised the speed drop was too much of a disadvantage. And I will repeat, a fully powered Super Saiyan Goku with no stamina drawbacks, no speed drawbacks, lost to the same Perfect Cell comfortably. In terms of raw strength alone, fully powered Super Saiyan is not as strong as Grade 3. It is a better transformation, definitely, but it is not as strong. One last thing concerning that fight, some people may bring up the fact that Cell wasn't fighting at full power until he fought against Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Well, Gohan only increased his power from Super Saiyan twofold by becoming Super Saiyan 2, and he absolutely obliterated even a fully powered Perfect Cell. Even a suppressed Perfect Cell against fully powered Super Saiyan Goku only had a percentage increase when rising to full power. And Goku's exclamation wasn't, wow, that's Cell's real power. He was simply saying Cell is finally using his full power. He knew exactly how strong Cell was, which is why he knew if Gohan was to unleash Super Saiyan 2, that Gohan would beat Cell at full power. And then of course you have the fact that in Cell's desperation against Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, before Gohan smacked him so hard that he spewed Android 18 and reverted back to semi-perfect Cell, he also tried to use his buffed up form in his desperation against Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and even Trunks exclaimed that Cell, despite mocking him earlier on in the story, was making the same mistake that he did. He was giving up speed for power, or strength would be the correct term to use. But once again, buffed up Cell couldn't land a single blow on Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And if you're still questioning my sanity for making this video, question this: why would Perfect Cell use the buffed up form after just unleashing his full power against Super Saiyan 2 Gohan if he didn't think this buffed up version would give him more striking, attacking potency? So guys, I'll never rule out the fact that fully powered Super Saiyan could be stronger than the 50 times multiplier of regular Super Saiyan, but to be able to assert a number on that would be an appeal to ambiguity and ignorance, because we've never got any indication of how much it is. I don't believe it's a 500 times multiplier though. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I addressed this topic far more in the video I did with Broku on his channel. Make sure you check out that video. However, this is what the Daizenshu has to say about the second grade and third grade of Super Saiyan are. In terms of the second grade, which Vegeta's most famous for, Super Super Vegeta, a power-up where every nerve is concentrated, sending ki throughout the body and inflating the muscles. This is capable of raising both power and speed much higher than Super Saiyan. So clearly second grade Super Saiyan is stronger than regular Super Saiyan, so it must therefore have a higher multiplier. Obviously the fatiguing factor is more of an issue there. In third grade, which Trunks is most famous for, this form is capable of drawing out immense power, inflating muscles to the limit. However, this killed speed and movement becomes sluggish. On top of that, the burden on the body is also great. So while second grade brings out more power, and whilst third grade brings out far more strength than even regular Super Saiyan, the fact is they have too many detriments to them to be useful during a long fight. And this is suggested not just in Dragon Ball Z, but in Dragon Ball Super as well. In episode 54 of Dragon Ball Super in the Future Trunks saga, when Future Trunks returns and trains with his father Vegeta, Vegeta uses Super Saiyan Blue. Now we'd seen Trunks use Super Saiyan 2 against Super Saiyan 3 Goku an episode prior, and then we see him use Super Saiyan 2 again here. However, to trick his father, he then turns into Super Saiyan Grade 3 to give the impression that he dropped his speed. But the reality is, he could have done the same thing by reverting back down to either Mastered Super Saiyan or reverting back down to base. I argue that it was a double bluff here in that he was trying to give his father the impression that he was going for raw strength instead, thus dropping his speed to trick his father, and then on the moment of impact, he turned back to Super Saiyan 2. But obviously that didn't work anyway. Like I said, Super Saiyan Grade 3 has a bigger multiplier than Super Saiyan 2 over regular Super Saiyan. And of course, Vegeta's response to this was, how disappointing, you're still relying on a bulky transformation like that. Why would it be relying on this transformation if Mastered Super Saiyan was as strong as it with no drawbacks, or if even Super Saiyan 2, which he was just in, was as strong as it? Like I said earlier guys, in terms of raw strength, it may have a bigger multiplier than Super Saiyan 2 and potentially even Super Saiyan 3. However, it's a useless transformation, which Vegeta later reiterated when he said he diverted my attention by showing a useless transformation. Even if fully powered Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 aren't as strong in terms of raw strength as Grade 3, they are better transformations than Grade 3. Fast forward to episode 100 of Dragon Ball Super when Caulifla uses Grade 3 against Super Saiyan Goku in the Tournament of Power. Despite Caulifla already achieving Super Saiyan 2 before, despite not being able to retain that transformation, when fighting against Goku, she says this, "I'll show you an amazing transformation, prepare to wet yourself." She then turned into Grade 3 Super Saiyan. Goku easily dismantles her, literally dodging her and pushing her over, exclaiming that she's sacrificed speed for power and that the form isn't good for long fights. He doesn't call this form absolutely useless in the same regard to Vegeta, he said it isn't good for long fights, once again suggesting that this Grade 3 transformation is incredibly powerful in terms of raw strength, but over a period of time it would be useless considering it completely negates speed. Even if you go back to the Cell saga again, when Goku and Gohan were in the Room of Spirit and Time, when Goku achieved Super Saiyan Grade 3, Gohan actually exclaimed that he could easily beat Cell with that form. Obviously Goku recognised through his experience that it would be a useless transformation because if you can't hit something, you cannot beat it. So just to conclude, if you were to get two fighters with a power level of 1000, just using those numbers for simplicity, but one of them had Mastered Super Saiyan and the other had Grade 3 Super Saiyan, the Mastered Super Saiyan power would be, well, 50,000 because of the 50 times multiplier, and the Grade 3 one would be 500,000. But obviously this transformation has speed and stamina drawbacks. How much of a speed drawback we don't know, but let's say in a hypothetical sense that it decreases his power 10 times as it increases his strength 10 times, and that would make his power level in terms of speed 5,000 against somebody who has 50,000 in all combat abilities, speed, strength and power. Who would win this fight? That's the question I'd like you to ask yourself. The guy with 50,000 with all combat abilities, or the guy with 500,000 in terms of raw strength but 5,000 in terms of speed. With a speed level of 5,000, even with the strength of 500,000, he won't be able to land a single blow on the fight with a speed level of 50,000. He would ultimately swing and miss, and eventually his power will completely drain out and he will lose the fight anyway, which is exactly why Trunks gave up against Perfect Cell in the Cell saga. He realised what was going to happen, and once again, whilst I won't completely rule out that Mastered Super Saiyan is slightly stronger than Grade 1 Super Saiyan, if we go by the 50 times Super Saiyan rule and 2 times Super Saiyan 2 rule, then Super Saiyan 2 should be around 100 times base multiplier, obviously bringing him closer to the 500 times strength multiplier of grade 3. Obviously you can factor in other things as well, such as base power level. Not all fighters have equal base power levels. When Goku came out of the room in Spirit time alongside Gohan, both of them had a far superior base power level. Vegeta and Trunks when they fought Cell, and if Goku was to match the grade 3 multiplier in terms of raw power as a fully powered Super Saiyan, all he would have to do is have a 10 times superior base power level than Trunks. However, we know that he didn't particularly have 10 times a greater amount, simply by the fact that Cell stated Trunks had a power level far greater than his by a wide margin, talking about Trunks' raw strength, and Goku gave up against a suppressed perfect Cell. But as I just said, a fully powered Super Saiyan would beat a grade 3 Super Saiyan because it's a far better transformation, far better for combat, and that was the whole purpose of Goku rejecting using grade 3 in the Room of Spirit and Time way back in the Cell games. So this is why Super Saiyan grade 3 is stronger than Super Saiyan 2 and potentially even Super Saiyan 3, given that, as far as we are aware, is only 8 times that of regular Super Saiyan. But despite its immense power, is ultimately a useless transformation for combat. It might be useful for weightlifting though. So like I said, I provided a lot of scans in this video, a lot of information in this video. Even if you still don't agree with me, that's fine. Just keep it civil and let me know your reasons why down in the comment section. If you respect me, I'll respect you back. Drop your thoughts down in the comment section. If you like my videos, please do smash that like button. Lend me your energy. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Until next time, Ad Astra.